There comes a moment in every life when you realize something profound. Life is not happening to you. It is unfolding through you. Many people feel lost, overwhelmed, or behind, not because they lack ability, but because they don't understand which stage of life they are in. When you misread the season, you make the wrong choices. You chase what isn't meant for you yet, or you cling to what should have been released long ago. Life moves in 4 powerful stages. Each stage carries its own lessons, responsibilities, and opportunities. When you honor them, life flows. When you resist them, life feels heavy. Let's begin. Life is often misunderstood as a straight road, a single path where effort guarantees success, and time alone delivers fulfillment. But the truth is far more layered, more human, and more powerful. Life does not move in a straight line. It moves in stages, and each stage carries its own meaning, rhythm, and responsibility. When we fail to recognize this, we begin to feel lost, impatient, or even broken, not because something is wrong with us, but because we are trying to live a stage that is not meant for us yet. Every stage of life has a purpose, and that purpose cannot be skipped without consequence. You cannot rush growth, just as you cannot force a seed to become a tree overnight. Many people struggle because they measure their lives against someone else's timeline, forgetting that growth is not a competition, it is a process. When you compare stages, you confuse seasons, and when you confuse seasons, you make choices that do not align with who you are becoming. In the early stages of life, confusion is not failure, it is preparation. Uncertainty is not weakness, it is curiosity asking to be honored. Yet many people criticize themselves for not having everything figured out too soon. They feel behind, not realizing that they are exactly where they are supposed to be. Each stage asks a different question of you. And if you answer the wrong question at the wrong time, frustration follows. Understanding that life moves in stages allows you to release unnecessary pressure. You stop demanding clarity when the lesson is exploration. You stop chasing speed when the lesson is patience. You stop forcing outcomes when the lesson is awareness. This understanding brings peace, because you realize that growth is not about arriving quickly. It is about arriving ready. When you ignore the stage you are in, you either rush ahead or cling to the past. Rushing makes you fragile, clinging makes you stagnant. Both cost you valuable lessons. Life is designed to teach you in layers. Skill before responsibility, discipline before impact, wisdom. Awareness is one of the most underestimated forces in human life, yet it is the foundation of every meaningful transformation. When you become aware of where you are, who you are, and what season of life you are living in, you immediately reclaim your power. Most people do not fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They struggle because they are unaware. They live on autopilot, reacting instead of choosing, drifting instead of directing their lives with intention. Awareness begins with honesty, the courage to look at yourself without judgment and without illusion. It asks you to stop pretending, stop performing, and stop measuring your worth through external validation. The moment you recognize your current reality, your strengths, your limitations, your fears, and your desires, you step out of confusion and into clarity. You cannot change what you refuse to acknowledge, and you cannot grow beyond what you are willing to see. Many people chase goals that do not belong to their stage of life, because they are unaware of their true needs. Pain is one of life's most misunderstood experiences. Yet it is also one of its greatest teachers. Many people spend their lives running from pain, resenting it, or questioning why it has chosen them. But pain is not a sign that life is against you. Pain is evidence that life is shaping you. When understood correctly, pain becomes preparation, a necessary stage that strengthens your character, sharpens your awareness, and deepens your compassion. Every meaningful transformation is born from discomfort. Growth does not arrive quietly or gently. It often enters through challenge, disappointment, loss, or failure. These moments feel heavy because they are asking something of you: patience, resilience, humility, or courage. Pain forces you to slow down and listen to lessons you might otherwise ignore. It breaks illusions, removes false confidence, and reveals what truly matters. Many people interpret pain as punishment and internalize it as personal failure. They ask, "What did I do wrong?" instead of asking, "What is this teaching me?" This mindset keeps them stuck. When pain is viewed as punishment, it creates bitterness and fear. When pain is viewed as preparation, it creates strength and wisdom. The experience does not change, but the meaning you give it transforms everything. Pain prepares you by building emotional endurance. Before you can carry responsibility, leadership, or impact, you must develop the capacity to withstand pressure. Just as muscles grow through resistance, inner strength grows through adversity. The challenges that test you today are expanding your ability to handle greater opportunities tomorrow. Without this preparation, success would overwhelm you instead of empowering you. Pain also strips away what is unnecessary. It exposes false relationships, weak habits, and misplaced priorities. During difficult times, distractions lose their power, and truth becomes unavoidable. You begin to see clearly what deserves your energy, and what no longer serves your growth. This clarity is a gift, even though it arrives wrapped in discomfort. There is also a deep emotional intelligence that pain develops. It teaches empathy, patience, and understanding. Those who have struggled often become the ones who listen more deeply, lead more gently, and support others more sincerely. Pain softens arrogance and replaces it with humility. It reminds you that everyone is fighting battles you cannot see. Preparation through pain is not about suffering endlessly, it is about learning consciously. Pain demands reflection, not avoidance. It asks you to sit with uncomfortable truths and grow beyond them. When you resist pain, it lingers. When you learn from it, it releases you. Most importantly, pain prepares your purpose. Many of the strengths you will one day use to help others are forged in your hardest moments. Your story, your resilience, and your survival become tools for impact. What once felt like a breaking point becomes a turning point. So when pain enters your life, do not immediately ask how to escape it. Ask how to understand it. Ask what it is building within. Life is not shaped by dramatic moments alone. It is shaped quietly, consistently, and relentlessly by the choices you make every single day. While you cannot control every circumstance that enters your life, you always control how you respond, and that response determines the quality of each stage you pass through. The same stage can feel empowering or exhausting, meaningful or empty, depending entirely on the choices you commit to within it. Many people believe that time alone creates progress, but time is neutral. It does not reward effort or punish neglect, it simply passes. What gives time value is intention. Two people can spend the same years in the same stage of life and emerge completely different. One fulfilled and grounded, the other frustrated and resent. Fulfillment comes from growth, not speed. This is one of the hardest truths to accept in a world that glorifies quick results, instant success, and overnight transformation. Many people believe that moving faster means moving forward, but speed without growth only creates exhaustion, confusion, and emptiness. True fulfillment is not found in how quickly you reach a destination, but in how deeply you evolve along the way. Life is not a race to be won. It is a journey to be understood. When you rush through stages, you may arrive somewhere sooner, but you arrive unprepared. Growth requires time, reflection, and patience. It asks you to sit with lessons instead of escaping them. It asks you to become before you achieve. When growth is ignored, speed becomes a burden, not a blessing. Many people feel unfulfilled even after achieving what they once dreamed of. The reason is simple. They reached the goal faster than they grew. Their inner world did not expand at the same pace as their outer success. Fulfillment cannot exist where growth is shallow. It lives where understanding, maturity, and self-awareness have been cultivated slowly and intentionally. Growth teaches you how to hold what you desire. Without growth, success feels heavy. Responsibility feels overwhelming. Expectations feel suffocating. Growth builds emotional capacity. It strengthens your values. It deepens your sense of purpose. Speed cannot give you these things. Only lived experience, reflection, and patience can. When you prioritize speed, why? When you prioritize speed, you often skip the lessons meant to shape your character. You avoid discomfort instead of learning from it. You chase outcomes instead of developing discipline. This leads to fragile confidence and unstable foundations. When challenges arise, everything begins to shake. Growth, on the other hand, creates resilience. It allows you to remain grounded even when life becomes uncertain. Fulfillment is deeply connected to meaning. Meaning is created through effort, struggle, curiosity, and self-discovery. These elements cannot be rushed. They require time to unfold. Each challenge you face expands your understanding of yourself. Each delay teaches patience. Each failure reveals strength you did not know you had. This is growth. And this is where fulfillment is born. Slowness is not weakness. It is wisdom in motion. When you move slowly with intention, you notice details you would otherwise miss. You recognize patterns. You understand your emotions. You make conscious choices. This awareness creates peace. Peace creates fulfillment. Speed often steals this awareness and replaces it with anxiety and comparison. Growth also allows alignment. When you grow, you begin to understand what truly matters to you. You stop chasing what looks good and start building what feels right. Fulfillment comes from living in alignment with your values, not from meeting external expectations. This alignment can only be discovered through time and reflection. There is also joy in growth itself. When you focus only on speed, you postpone happiness until arrival. When you focus on growth, you find meaning in the process. Every small improvement feels significant. Every lesson feels valuable. You become present instead of impatient. This presence transforms ordinary moments into fulfilling experiences. Fulfillment is not a destination waiting at the end of the journey. It is a companion that walks beside you when you grow consciously. It deepens as you deepen. It strengthens as you strengthen. It cannot be forced or rushed. It must be nurtured. So choose growth over speed. Choose depth over haste. Choose patience over pressure. Because when growth leads the way, fulfillment follows naturally. And when fulfillment is present, every stage of life becomes meaningful no matter how long it takes. As we come to the end of this message, remember this above all else: your life is not random, rushed, or meaningless. It is unfolding with intention, in stages designed to shape you, strengthen you, and prepare you for what comes next. Every phase you walk through has a lesson, and every lesson has value. When you understand this, you stop fighting time and start flowing with it. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are not failing. You are learning. Awareness gives you power, pain gives you wisdom, choices give you direction, and growth gives you fulfillment. Nothing you experience is wasted when you choose to learn from it. Every struggle is preparing you, every delay is refining you, and every step forward is building the life you are meant to live. Do not rush the stage you are in, and do not underestimate it either. Honor it. Be present in it. Give it your best effort. When you respect the process, life rewards you with clarity, strength, and purpose. The moments you fully live today become the foundation of the legacy you leave tomorrow. So move forward with patience, intention, and courage. Trust your journey. Trust your timing. When you live each stage consciously, you don't just pass through life, you rise through it. And that is how you truly maximize every moment.